Day two, mid-afternoon on the PDAC floor. We have Peter Clausi from Silver Bullet Mines, and with breaking news, big breaking news.
Yes.
A deal with Ocean Partners. Where do we start?
There are a lot of companies that time press releases to hit PDAC. This was just very fortunate timing. We've been working with Ocean Partners to reach a transaction for some time, and it just came to fruition, so we announced it right away as the material news that it is. Ocean Partners is an international commodities trading house, very well respected, very deep. They've agreed to buy, for a 5-year period, everything that Silver Bullet produces in Arizona from all of its mines. Very exciting.
Okay, so let's just back up for a second. Thank you for answering my next question, which was for you to introduce Ocean Partners to our audience members who may not have heard of them. Most of us have, of course. So with Ocean Partners and this deal, you said it took several months. How does that, respectfully, how does a microcap get the interest of a Goliath in the industry?
Quality of the projects. We have very, very high quality past producer projects. Arizona's full of them. And we've been lucky to be able to acquire some of them at very, very excellent competitive pricing. Ocean Partners has looked at them and wants to have our material.
So it would be the quality of the material that enticed them?
And the grade of the material. Remember, we don't have a 43-101 on anything. So one-on-one due diligence is very important. And they did a site visit. They came and they looked at our mill. And as a result of that, Ocean Partners entered into the agreement with us.
But they also must believe you have quite a substantial potential, because they don't need a small contract.
I would agree with you, but all of that isn't in the public domain yet.
All right.
But, you know, people have asked why we stopped shipping from our mill, because we had ready buyers for it. A logical conclusion is we've reached better terms over a long-term basis with OP than we previously had.
But you have more than silver. Is it possible will they buy everything that you have? They'll buy everything.
We have the KT mine, which is gold, and you've seen the gold numbers that came out of there. I think we're averaging 28 ounces in the concentrate in the last run, which has been publicly disclosed. And the last 2 mines that we picked up, the Gold Queen and the Columbia, we have disclosed historical information on those as best we can, and the copper numbers are tremendous.
Okay, I have a lot of questions for you. Many of us have been following the Silver Bullet story, and John Carter likes to talk about the spoke and hub model.
Right.
So you have how many projects now? 10, is that correct?
We have 5 mines that will produce and feed our mill.
Okay, 5 mines that will feed your mill. Okay, so PDAC, what are you doing here? You're just here to tell everybody your good news?
It's coincidental. Silver Bullet has a lot of shareholders and a lot of interested parties. So John is here somewhere, I'm walking around, we're talking to people, talking to friends, spreading the gospel of Silver Bullet. The timing of today's news release was coincidental.
Will you need to raise any more money right now, or what are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I don't want to. Nobody in management wants to. We're looking at different scenarios of other forms of financing to be able to buy the equipment we need to get all these projects done. And there are a variety of forms of financing available.
And so for those of you out there that may not be familiar with the Silver Bullet Mines Group, can you tell us a little bit more about what's going on with Silver Bullet?
Back in 2020, a production decision was made when silver was at $17 an ounce. We raised capital, built our own mill, which we own 100%, and we set out to acquire mines as cheaply as possible. Past producers, and the funny thing about Arizona is it's like Northern Ontario. There's a mine everywhere. So if I tell you we've been approached by 50 people with their mines or their granddad's mines or grandma's tailings, it's amazing how rich geologically that state is. So we've been able to acquire 5 and looking for more that have excellent backgrounds, and that's material we can work with.
And also, will you be advancing your supply chain? I mean, advancing the spectrum in what you're doing?
I don't think we're going to get beyond producing concentrate. Pouring doré is another step. You need different equipment, and anytime you take a step, there's more capital involved, and there's always something that can go wrong. We can produce concentrate, both gold and silver and copper, or we will be able to produce copper, and we have buyers for that. So we're not going to take that extra step.
So what should shareholders be looking forward to next?
Announcements of payment on the other 4 shipments that went to the first buyer, and the acquisition of the equipment we need to satisfy the obligations for OP.
Well, for those of you out there who may have followed Peter Clausi over the years, you always talk about how the pen is mightier than
The drill bit at less risk.
Yes. So how is the pen going these days, Peter?
Pen's going great. We've been able to find these assets, buy them for not very much compensation, no shares, no royalty, and then find a big partner, a respected partner like Ocean Partners, who wants to partake in them. So our pen has been doing a fantastic job for the shareholders.
For those of you out there interested in finding out more about Silver Bullet Mines, please go to the following website. Peter, congratulations and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for hearing us.